जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्रीमद डिवाइन केशव चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की। ISKCON BBT फाउंडर आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्रीमद डिवाइन केस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सच ठाकुर गोसाई महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन धाम की। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की। पुरुषोत्तम श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की। मायापुर नवदीप धाम की। गंगा माई यमुना माई की। तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरंग। हरे कृष्ण। So Madhu Pandit, right? So today is the disappearance day of Madhu Pandit, our Acharya. So in his memory we'll read the translation of J. Anilo. He who brought the treasure of divine love and who filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Srinivas Acharya gone? Where are my Swarup Damodar and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunath Bhatt and Gopala Bhatt? And where is Krishna Das Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I'll smash my head against a rock and enter into fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all of these devotees, in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Das Thakur simply weeps. So we'll read a little bit about Madhu Pandit Goswami. Thank you, Dravida Prabhu, for sharing this. Vajranabha, Lord Krishna's great-grandson, installed the original Gopinath deity in Vrindavan over 5,000 years ago. About 500 years ago, Paramananda Bhattacharya discovered the deity in the earth at Vamsivat on the banks of the Yamuna. Madhu Pandit Goswami, a disciple of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, worshipped the Gopinath deity. Bhakti Ratnakar says that Sri Gopinath Ji, who is an ocean of mercy, forever sports along the enchanting banks of the Yamuna at Vamsivat. His bodily lustre steals the mind of whoever sees him. When the soothing sweetness of Gopinath Ji's charming form enters the heart, it immediately extinguishes the burning fire of material existence. Now the original Gopinath deity stays in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Madhu Pandit Goswami blessed Srinivas Acharya with Gopinath's garland before Srinivas, Narottama and Shyamananda took the bullock cart of Goswami Granthas from Vrindavan. In Golok Vrindavan, Madhu Pandit Goswami serves as Mandala Sakhi in the group of Champaklata Sakhi. The Samadhi of Madhu Pandit Goswami is on the right side of the entrance within the compound of the Radha Gopinath temple in Vrindavan. And now we'll read about Janva Devi. She is the consort of Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. Janva Mata. Shri Nityananda's two wives, Shri Vasudha and Shri Janva Devi, are expansion of Lord Balram's eternal consorts Varuni and Revati. After the disappearance of Panchatattva and many of Lord Chaitanya's eternal associates, a huge Sankirtana festival was held in Khetri on Gaur Purnima. Thousands of Lord Gauranga's followers such as Narottama, Shyamananda, Srinivas, Vrindavan Das, Murari Chaitanya, Parameshwara and Mini Ketana Rama attended the first Khetri Sankirtan Mahotsav. They celebrated Gauranga's appearance day with thunderous chanting, exuberant dancing, tasty prasadam. 6 sets of Gaur Nitai deities were installed. Sri Janva Mata took a matchless feast. Sri Janva Mata cooked, She cooked a matchless feast and personally served all the Vaishnavas. During Narottam Das Thakur's Premanam Sankirtan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and all their associates suddenly appeared to the delight of all. Ma Janva, an affectionate name given by the devotees, travelled throughout Gaura and Vraj Mandalas. Wherever she went, the Gaur Bhaktas happily greeted and served her. Known as Nityananda Swarupini, Janva Devi overflowed with Prema Bhakti. She delivered many atheists and sinners by her compassionate preaching. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur offers this prayer to Janva Mata in Kalyana Kalpataru. O Janva Devi, by the power of your divine qualities, be merciful to this servant of yours. Dispel this illusion which torments me and relieve me of material existence. Let me take shelter at your lotus feet. You are Nityananda Shakti, the divine energy of Lord Nityananda himself. You are the Guru of Krishna Bhakti. Be merciful to me and grant me the shade of your lotus feet, which are like a desire tree. You have delivered countless abominable sinners. Please deliver me in the same way. Today, praying for your mercy, this lowly sinner falls at your holy feet. Sita. And last is Sita Devi, who is the consort of Lord Sri Ramachandra Bhagwan. So we all know she is celebrated in the Ramayana, and how she got married to Lord Ram, and Ravan took her to Lanka, and her chastity towards Lord Ram. That even after continuous proposals by Ravan to marry her, she did not, budge. She was very fixed in her determination to Lord Ram. So we'll talk more in the verse. Can I get the Bhagavatam? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayed Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhagavad Bhaktir Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 8, Text 10. Prabhuji, would you like to read? Okay.
Tasya asanam anunye mahindro maharadbhutam murtimatya sarit trishta hemakumbaya jalang shuchi tasya asanamaninye mahindro mahadadbhutam murtimatyaksharit trishta hemakumbaya jalang shuchi tasya asanamaninye mahindro mahadadbhutam murtimatyaksharit trishta
Murti Matya Saricheshta
He Mukham Bhaya Jalang Shuchi
Hema Kumbher Jalam Shuchi
Tasya Asanamaninye
Tasya Asanamaninye
Mahendro Mahadadbhutam
Mahendro Mahadadbhutam
Murti Matyak Saricheshta
Murti Matya Saricheshta
He Mukham Bhaya Jalang Shuchi
Hema Kumbher Jalam Shuchi Tasyasanam Maninye Mahendro Mahadadbhutam Murti Matya Saricheshta Hema Kumbher Jalam Shuchi Tasyasanam Maninye Mahendro Mahadadbhutam Shrestha Hema Kumbher Jalam Shuchi Tasyasanam Aninye Mahendro Mahadadbhutam Murti Matya Saricheshta Hema Kumbher Jalam Shuchi Tasasanam Aninye Mahendro Mahadadbhutam Murti Matya Saricheshta Ladies. Tasya, for her. Asanam, a sitting place. Aninye, brought. Mad Indra, the king of heaven. Indra, Mahat, glorious. Adbhutam, wonderful. Murti Matya, accepting forms. Sarit Shrestha, the best of various sacred waters. Hema, golden. Kumbhai, with water pots. Jalam, water. Shuchi, pure. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charan Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The king of heaven Indra brought a suitable sitting place for the goddess of fortune. All the rivers of sacred water, such as the Ganga and Yamuna, personified themselves, and each of them brought pure water in golden water pots for Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. We'll continue to the next verse, since this doesn't have a purport. Abhishechanika bhumir aharat sakalo Sadhi Gava Pancha Pavitrani Vasanto Madhu Madhavao. Translation: the land became a person and collected all the drugs and herbs needed for installing the deity. The cows delivered 5 products, namely milk, yogurt, ghee, urine and cow dung. And spring personified collected everything produced in spring during the months of Chaitra and Vaishakha, April and May. Purport: Panchagavya, the 5 products received from the cow, namely milk, yogurt, ghee, cow dung and cow urine, are required in all ritualistic ceremonies performed according to the Vedic directions. Cow urine and cow dung are uncontaminated, and since even the urine and dung of a cow are important, we can just imagine how important this animal is for human civilization. Therefore, The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna directly advocates Go-rakṣya, the protection of cows. Civilized men who follow the system of Varnashrama, especially those of the Vaishya class, who engage in agriculture and trade, must give protection to the cows. Unfortunately, because people in Kali Yuga are manda, all bad, and Sumanda Mataya, misled by false conceptions of life, they are killing cows in the thousands. Therefore, they are unfortunate in spiritual consciousness, and nature disturbs them in so many ways, especially through incurable diseases like cancer, and through frequent wars and among nations. As long as human society continues to allow cows to be regularly killed in slaughterhouses, there cannot be any question of peace and prosperity. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brinda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum bangayate girim yat kripatamam vandesh. So in this chapter 8th, we see how goddess of fortune, Mother Lakshmi, she appeared during the churning of the ocean of milk. And then she accepted Lord Vishnu as her husband. And today, fortunately, in coincidence to this verse, we have the appearance day of Srimati Janva Devi, who is the consort of Nityananda Prabhu, and also Srimati Sita Devi, who is the consort of Lord Ram. So, Lakshmi herself, is the expansion of the eternal consort of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimati Radharani, she expands into various forms as Mother Sita, Mother Lakshmi, and accepts as her eternal husband Sri Ramachandra, Lord Vishnu. So she is always with him. The energy is always with the energetic. There was a devotee of Lord Ram, he was crying that how can Ravan even kidnap Mother Sita? How dare he? Lord Ram is so powerful. But then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that there is a Purana, Kurma Purana, I believe, where it is mentioned that Ravan did not kidnap the actual Sita. He only kidnapped Maya Sita. Nobody can even, kidnap the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So we read in here that the king of heaven, Indra, brought a suitable sitting place for the goddess of fortune. And all the rivers of sacred water such as the Ganga and Yamuna personified themselves, and each of them brought water, pure water in golden pots for Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. So water is considered so important for the civilization. Even if you talk about the civilization or economic development in general, it is required for irrigating the fields, right? So that all the grains, fruits, everything can grow. And here we are talking about the most sacred rivers, Ganga. Imagine Ganga is emanating from the spiritual world through the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu on the prayers of Bhagirath Muni. And recently we had this Mahakumbh. So I also lived in Prayagraj for around 12 years. I did my schooling there. So we used to every year go and every few months take bath in the confluence where Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati merge. So there is, Ganga ji is like greenish water, Yamuna is little blackish. And you can see that line separating, both the rivers. You can see it very clearly, that demarcation. It's so beautiful. And this year marked the Mahakumbh. So we have, Ardha Kumbh, Kumbh and Mahakumbh. So the one that happened this year was after, I believe, 144 years. So this was the only chance in this lifetime to visit there. And whether you believe it or not, there is one special day called the Mauni Amavasya, where most of the people, come to take bath in these sacred rivers. And that day, 90 million people came. In one day. Million. What is the population of San Diego? 350 million is the population of US. San Diego or LA is around 3 million. Los Angeles population is around 3 million. 2 to 3 million, yeah. So imagine 90 million people taking shower or bath, not really shower, but bath in the river. And the whole month around, it's all government figures. I am not making it up. The government gave the figure that in that whole month of Magh, January and sometime of February, total 600 million people took bath in one city and in that area. So that is why Srimad Bhagavatam is stating these rivers as sacred water. Because that particular day, that particular time, it's considered very, very auspicious to take bath in those rivers. And what we can offer to Mother Ganga, Mother Ganga is so humongous, so huge, so much water is there. Billions and billions of gallons of water is there. And what we do is we just take some little water in our hands and we just offer that to her. Right? Because we really don't have anything to offer. She has everything. And similarly for our gurus, Srila Prabhupada, our Acharyas, Madhu Pandit Acharya we are talking about today. They have given us so much that we are so indebted to them that we cannot even repay them with anything. The only thing that we can do for them is, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, what I can do for you? Srila Prabhupada said, you just accept what I have given to you. So we can just accept that what we have been given and just share it with others. That is how we can satisfy great personalities. Just like Mother Ganga, we can just offer her own waters with love and devotion. Or to Krishna, we can just offer whatever Krishna has provided us. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, fruit, flower, water is, we are getting from Mother Earth, Bhumi. Because Bhumi is again the energy of Krishna. If you go to South Indian temples, Sri Vaishnava temples, there is Venkateshwara, Lord Krishna, there is Bhudevi, there is Sri Devi. So Mother Earth is also there. The quality of Mother Earth is to, give us these grains, food and everything. Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Aham bija pradapita, I am the seed giving father. So, and who's taking care of the seed? It's the Mother Earth. Just like a woman carries, a child in the womb. When you put a seed in the soil, Mother Earth is taking care of that seed and helping her to grow, sprout into a plant and sapling and provide food and nourishment for all of us. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam also, Krishna met Kubja. Kubja is the incarnation of Satyabhama. Yeah? And she was selling this fragrance. One of the qualities of earth is fragrance. You put a seed of rose and so many different smells come from the rose. Right? It's because of the quality of earth is that it will give that fragrance, that smell. So Krishna put his foot on the foot of Kubja, and with one hand he just lifted her chin, and Kubja was a hunchback woman. And he lifted her up and he straightened Kubja up, and she became a very beautiful young woman. So similarly, we may also have so many shortcomings, and but Krishna, Krishna can straighten us up, just like he straightened Kubja through his love, through his glance. Yeah. And Krishna has so many ways to do that, Krishna has come in the form of his sound vibrations, Srimad Bhagavatam, in form of the sound of the flute also. Krishna entices our heart. Mike.
Of course. Here, dance.
In one of the prayers, Srila Prabhupada wrote prayers to the lotus feet of Krishna on board to the ship Jaladuta on September 30, 1965. Srila Prabhupada wrote about Go-charane ghuri. Go-charane means tending the cows. Because in this verse, it talks about offering of cow products, 5 products to Mother Lakshmi. So Srila Prabhupada is writing here about the cows that, oh dear friend. So Prabhupada is saying to Krishna, oh dear friend, in your company I will experience great joy once again. In the early morning, I will wander about the cowherd pastures and fields. Running and frolicking in the many forests of Vraja, I will roll on the ground in spiritual ecstasy. Oh, when will that day be mine? So, such a deep, connection to cows, and how Krishna, early in the morning, he's wandering in the fields and running and frolicking with so many of his cowherd boys, taking care of the cows. So this itself shows how important the cows are. That is the first business. And Krishna, from family, he's supposed to take care of the cows. Like it is said, Prabhupada mentions the Vaishyas, the business class. People they are supposed to take care of the cows. So in the Varnashram, especially those of the Vaishya class engaged in agriculture and trade must give protection to the cows. So Krishna is not going to the office 9 to 5 in the morning. He's just taking the cows out and just having fun. There is no stress, no anxiety, no fear of getting fired or laid off or having a bad performance. Krishna is really happy. So there is a devotee in Seattle. He was working for Microsoft, and then he heard a seminar about cow protection from somebody. And then under the inspiration of Hari Vilas Maharaj, he purchased a big land in Redmond area and started with one cow. And he himself used to milk cows, every day. And he would just give to devotees for free. Just take this milk. It's so healthy, so nutritious, without any external injections or anything like that. Or cows are fed like grass. And slowly and steadily, that farm community grew bigger and bigger. I think last 10 years, and now there are over 60, 70 cows. It's called a Go-loka farm. Go-loka means, Go means cow, Loka means planet of cows. Go-rakṣya, Srila Prabhupada mentions here, Go-rakṣya means cow protection. And Krishna's name is Govinda, one who gives pleasure to the cows and the senses. Yeah. Gopala, ones who take care of the cows. Pala means to take care, maintain the cows. So that devotee retired actually from working for the company. He said, I took care of the cows and cow took care of me. And there's so much of abundant milk now there that all the devotees of the congregation, they buy milk. So there are 2 locations where the milk is supplied around. I think every week it's around 70 gallons of milk that is supplied. And all these are Desi cows, Gir cows. Very nice, very tasty milk. And they make it into butter and, paneer and yogurt. So when Mother Lakshmi appeared, she was given water from Ganga and Yamuna personified. So we see here that Ganga and Yamuna personified means these are personalities, they are just not rivers. There is I asked somebody a question, what's the name of Krishna's conch shell? So they said Panchajanya. So I said, yes, you are right, And then they asked me back, what is the meaning of Panchajanya? I didn't know. And then I said Srimad Bhagavatam. And I found in the 10th canto that Panchajanya was a demon who was inside the conch, whom Krishna killed. So, it's good to preach, that's why, So when you preach, if somebody asks you question, cross question, then you are stumped, you think, I don't know anything. Huh? No, that is Panchajanya. This is Panchagavya is different. 5 products, yeah. Yeah, literally it may mean like 5 elements maybe. Pancha. I don't know. Yeah. So Ganga and Yamuna are personified. These are personalities. So in the spiritual world, in advanced civilization, as we advance, everything has a name. Like when Mother Yashoda was boiling the milk in the Damodar Leela in the month of Kartik, right? The milk came out. So that also has consciousness. The milk also, came out because it wanted to assist Mother Yashoda in this Leela, where she can leave little Krishna and come running. And there are so many other purports with our acharyas explain. So each of them brought pure water in golden pots for Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, and Indra offered a seat. So whenever any saintly person, respectable person, or anyone comes, it's our duty to, offer him respect, seat, like that. Atiti Devo Bhava, like Balaram Prabhu was sharing that day. We give that respect. Atiti is, like a Dev, like a God. And then the land became a person and collected all the drugs and herbs needed for installing the deity. So Hanumanji, when he went to Lanka, when Lakshman got attacked by Indrajit, then the doctor told that he needs certain kind of herbs. There are different kind of herbs. So Hanumanji couldn't understand which herb is where, exactly. So he didn't want it to like do a mistake and go back and forth, round trip and waste time. So he took the whole mountain, for Lakshman. So that is the surrender of Hanumanji for Mother Sita and for Lord Ram. The cows delivered 5 products, namely milk, yogurt, ghee, urine and cow dung. So cow dung, there are a lot of people now, instead of plaster, they use cow dung to plaster their walls because it's more sustainable and more eco-friendly, and it doesn't produce any side effects, when you breathe, or it's health friendly. So that's why they use this cow dung now. And I've seen many people also drinking cow urine because of its medicinal effects, and it has good effect on the body. It can cure. Huh? I did some once or twice, not many times. I'm still to. And the spring personified collected everything produced in spring during the months of Chaitra and Vaishakha. So all the different personalities, they came to Mother Lakshmi and offered, everything. And Srila Prabhupada mentions here, therefore, people who are killing these cows are unfortunate in spiritual consciousness and nature disturbs them. So, I think in one of the recording of Srila Prabhupada, I heard he's talking to somebody who likes to eat meat, and Srila Prabhupada said, okay, if you want to eat meat, you eat it, but don't eat cows. Because, there are different levels how you can help a person. If somebody is in, first grade, you can't ask him a question of 12th grade. You have to slowly tell him to go to teach him about 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, like that. Slowly, latch by latch. So if somebody is too much into the mode of ignorance, immediately you cannot bring him up to the transcendental mode. He has to go stepwise. So therefore Srila Prabhupada was so practical in those ways that, okay, you start with stopping killing the cows, because killing of cows scientifically has it has been discovered that it creates so many diseases, like Srila Prabhupada mentions here, like cancer and frequent wars among nations. So we may say, oh, there are wars among devotees also. We have seen in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Yadu dynasty, they fought war with each other. Right? When Krishna was about to leave the planet, or he left, that time all the Yadus fought with each other. They were intoxicated and they started fighting with each other. So how do we understand this? So whenever such things we read in the scriptures, they have 2 meanings, external and internal meanings. Externally, they are there to teach us lessons that we should not intoxicate. Number 1, and number 2 is we should not fight among each other. Otherwise, that will end everything. And internally, these are the eternal associates of the Lord, Krishna's associates. So even though externally they may be fighting and they are getting killed, but ultimately, next life they are going to the spiritual world. They don't have to take birth again. So they are all liberated souls. So that is the internal meaning of it. As long as human society continues to allow cows to be regularly killed in slaughterhouses, there cannot be any question of peace and prosperity. So most of our farms that we have, the cows are protected even if they stop giving milk. They are fed till the end of their life and they are allowed to die natural death. and they are happy, and you can see the quality of the milk is there. And one of the calf, every Sunday it comes to the temple there, and everybody, all the kids are very excited and they pat it. Huh? Saturday, yeah. So there are two ones. One of the calf is Radhika, and other is Priya. Yeah.
One morning,
Prema Priya Radhika. So yeah, so we have this opportunity to please Krishna, by taking care of serving Mother Lakshmi. Srimati Radharani is here in form of Lakshmi Devi. Srimati Radharani are not different. So we have the opportunity to serve her. Shri Radha Giridhari, very, very special deities in our San Diego temple. Other day, Badrinarayan Swami Maharaj was sharing that there was a picture of Shri Radha Giridhari on the desk of Srila Prabhupada, and he liked it very much. And one day, when Maharaj removed it, and then Prabhupada asked him to bring back the picture back to his desk. So Prabhupada was also so attracted to Shri Radha Giridhari. So, and very powerful deities here, they reciprocate with our prayers everywhere, and more so in San Diego. So we are very fortunate. So
Not only that, but when they had installed the small deities, the little Utsav deities here, they, as Prabhupada, they could call Radha Giriraj, and he agreed. And that is the only deity's name where Krishna is named Giriraj. Giriraj usually means Govardhan itself. But here it means not the king of mountains, but the king of the mountain. That's interesting. Also, I just wanted to make one note to the song that you quoted. That song, as mentioned, it was written on the boat, and we had Bhakti Charu Swami, years ago, obviously. He informed us that the first refrain was wrongly translated. It's been always like this. I emphatically say to you, O brothers, you will obtain your good fortune from the Supreme Lord Krishna only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased with you. So this is an address to us, the singers. You see. But actually, what it means is, Prabhupada is writing, I emphatically say unto you, O brother, Krishna, you will obtain your good fortune only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased with you. That's the actual meaning.
yeah.
So Prabhupada is in the position of a friend of Krishna here.
Friend of Krishna.
Yeah, that's why the one you referred to. Why I long for the day when I'll be able to run and frolic with you in the pastures again. That's what the boys do. So just to let you know. And some devotees say, you see, this proves it. Prabhupada is a cowherd boy.
Before Krishna goes to the pasture fields, how does he call all the cowherd boys and cows?
Is this you know? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. With the flute? How else?
Yeah.
That's your cue.
Once more. Yeah. Yeah. The morning tune calling the cows. Yeah. Cows are here. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Anand
you.
Vrindavan Prabhu.
Thank you so much for coming
you.
to our temple, and it was really nice class. I heard that you have written a book which is to be published, or is it already published?
Yeah, right now in proofread version. So, yeah.
So would you like to share some excerpts from that, like a small excerpt?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically inspired from, Dravida Prabhu Maharaj and all of you here. So, huh? and inspired by the Uddhava Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 24 Gurus, Avaduta Brahman, how he learns lessons from things around nature, like the mountain or the trees or river. So what lessons we can learn and how we can implement in our life so that we can live happily in this world and at the same time attain the goal of our life, which is loving Krishna. So that's about it. Yes.
Why don't you send me it in digital form?
Yes, I'll send you PDF. Yeah.
Actually, it'd be even easier if they sent me
Word. Okay, I'll send a Word document. Yes. To share anything else? Okay. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Girdhari ki jai.